Hi everybody, my name is Pritchard-Harmon and I'm here to share my virtual choir story with my VC6 family. 2013 was my freshman year of high school, and before that year I didn't know anything about Mr. I heard him. I went to a concert at one of my rival schools. It was Grovetown High School, and they played October. And it was the most beautiful piece that I had ever heard from beginning to end, and I teared up around the climax. It was beautiful, and I couldn't believe that someone had actually made something so safe and beautiful. So I decided to do more of this Eric Whitacre, listen to his music and explore more about his story and how he creates things. It wasn't until Virtual Choir 4 that I found out that thing, and I was in love with it. He gave credit to someone so much younger than him for the idea. It wasn't like he made a virtual choir and said, I thought up this on my own. It's very for everyone when it comes to his work and his projects. So I really admired that. So I decided to participate in virtual choirs, and they weren't Eric Whitacre's necessarily, but it was exciting to do because I wanted to learn how to do it. And I thought it was fun, and it was a new way to make friends from far away. I made friends from South America, from Europe. It was really exciting to meet people from around the world who had the same interests as me and had a lot of things in common, not just music-wise, but in ways of being human. So I was doing all of these virtual choirs, and then there had come Virtual Choir 5, which was deep-filled, and I really wanted to do that one. I was really excited about that project. I thought there was so much more into it because they were working with the Hubble space technology, and I thought that combining that with music, space and music, just seemed so intriguing to me, and I was preparing for it. I had the sheet music ready. I was completely prepared, and then everything just came to a standstill. 2017, 2018 was my first year in college, and I had a lot going on that I never would have imagined would have happened to me. My mother, she told me that she was diagnosed with breast cancer, and it was the beginning of just me breaking down. The thought of losing my mother was terrifying, and we didn't have the best relationship, so I kind of felt like I was being punished for being a terrible daughter. So I decided college. I wasn't doing what I was supposed to do. I was smoking, I was drinking, and eventually I became an addict and didn't even know it. I ended up having to get detoxed and ended up missing out on that was a dream to me that I really wanted to do, which was to be in Virtual Choir 5, and it just didn't happen because of the mistakes that I made and the things that I did. I missed out on being a part of this wonderful project, and it's all because I decided to throw it away. Eventually, after getting out of detox, rehab and whatnot, I decided that I was going to better myself, and if Mr. Whitacre were to make another virtual choir, that I would definitely be ready for it. Eventually, a couple of months later, I joined the Army, and I became a dental assistant, and I spent my time around that And through my entire military experience, Eric Whitaker was the sanctum that held me together. Whenever I get upset, aggravated, whenever I'm just really down and out, I listen to a couple of my favorite pieces from him. Mr. Whitaker just ultimately saved me. And then he ended up saving me again when it came to the whole COVID-19. Coronavirus affected a lot of people, and it especially affected people like me in the military who are overseas, who haven't been home for over a year, who've missed out on Christmases and Thanksgivings and birthdays and holidays and funerals especially. Before Virtual Choir 6 was announced, I had 2 deaths in my family. My grandfather had passed away from cancer, as well as my cousin. They both passed away within a week's time. And at this time, I was also quarantining. So I had been quarantining for over 2 weeks, and my mental health has taught me that being alone is not very healthy, and sometimes you gotta try to figure things out. I would paint, I would listen to some of Mr. Whitaker's pieces of music, but eventually I was thinking in my head, something's gotta give. I have to have something. Somebody's got to give me something to do. And then I forgot that I signed up for Mr. Whitaker's mailing list when I was in high school. So I ended up getting a message in my email that I was practicing, and for the next month I was practicing, trying to record some trial recordings and stuff, and eventually I uploaded my video, and it was just the waiting part. But during the waiting part, I joined the group on Facebook and just talking to all these people and seeing everybody's stories, all their different stories, all the losses, whether it was from the global pandemic or whether it was from something else, and seeing people ultimately share their love of music together and not even knowing each other. It was such a peaceful group. And then I found out that there were over I thought that it wouldn't have been much, and it ended up being a lot. And I was like, this is disastrous. But it didn't take long. And so I was so excited. And when it came, book, I shared it to my coworkers at my job from the military. I shared it with them, and we played it at our morning meeting, and people were just so amazed by it. But ultimately, they were proud. It was something different. And I feel like people need something different. And that's what Mr. Whitaker did.